Hello everybody, we are going to be talking about the suddenly hot Metro division, and we will be talking about the teams that are doing very well within that division. Now before we start, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new to hockey, new to my channel, whatever the case may be. I'd love to have your support. Now let's get into it. And the Metro division has been a division that has been very good for quite a while now. You have a lot of teams in there that are clubs that I'd say are regulars in the playoffs. Of course, Pittsburgh probably being the one that you think of the most out of all 8 teams in there. The Pens basically a lock for the postseason really since the mid-2000s, and that is kind of what we've seen over the years. But this year, of course, as of right now, the New Jersey Devils have taken the league by storm and are one of the better teams in the league, although I say that as this right now, the Devils are on a 4-game losing streak, but in general had a 13-game win streak earlier in the year and sit atop their division, a club that hasn't won the division in quite some time. If ever, I think, since the division's been realigned. But yes, the Metro has multiple clubs surging right now, which makes it that much more interesting for the playoff picture. Who are these teams? Well, as of right now, I think what we're looking at here is Carolina Hurricanes, Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Rangers, Washington Capitals. Let's talk about all these clubs a little bit. The Carolina Hurricanes are currently on a 3-game win streak and sit just 4 points, back of the New Jersey Devils, who had built up a nice little lead. But of course, the Hurricanes have been one of those better clubs in recent years and have aspirations for possibly winning the Stanley Cup. They, of course, are a club that has been able to win the Metro before. I think they did so last year, but they are looking to do so again, and getting past the Devils would be the objective here as of right now because of where they sit in the standings and the fact that they would like to win the title for themselves. And so for them, I think they're in a great spot to make the playoffs again and then maybe make noise. I said that they were a lock for my preseason pick for them in my season preview series video over the Hurricanes, and they are a team that I still consider obviously a lock for that, but no surprise there. But the other 2 teams that sit below them right now are teams that are very intriguing for different reasons. You have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Rangers currently sitting 3rd and 4th respectively in the division, and as of right now, they are the 2 clubs that I think everybody would be focusing more on. Why is that? The Penguins, of course, like I said earlier in this video, are that club that have been a regular for the playoffs, if not winning the championship, have done so 3 times since the 2009 season, and for them, they are looking to win more. Why is it a big deal for them? Because of their core, it's aging, and they want to get as many opportunities as they can to make another run at this and possibly win 1, 2, 3, however many more they want to win with this group. And as of right now, they are in a great spot. They've won 7 in a row and currently sit 3rd in the division with 40 points in 30 games played. Anytime you win 7 games in a row, you're going to be A-OK, and you're going to be feeling good about where you're headed in the playoffs. Last year, the Penguins did make the playoffs, and then they were injured going into it. They experienced injuries during the first round of the Rangers where they were beat by New York. And I have to be honest, like I said, kind of in my recap series for the first round between the 2 sides, I really did think that Pittsburgh deserved to win that series and were the better team for the majority of that series. But unfortunately, they were not able to do so. But as of right now, fast forward, they are back at it again, making a run, and Coach Sullivan is looking like he is going to do something special there again in Pittsburgh. So that is good for them and good for us because, of course, having Crosby in the playoff talk, playoff conversation is a very good thing for the league. One of the most beloved players, or the most popular players, I shouldn't say beloved by a lot of people, but one of the most popular players from the league is going to be in the talk for the playoff run, and I think that's good for us as fans and for outsiders looking in, seeing him, knowing him probably as one of the more popular players. As for the Rangers, they are a club that, really took a big step forward last year. And then people started to wonder, what is the future going to be? Because the Rangers are a club that for a while now has had a very significant amount of talent, but really has not been able to put it together the way you wanted to see. Then, last season, they were able to go on and win in the first and second round before losing in the conference final against the Tampa Bay Lightning in 6 games, but we were very thrilled to see that. And New York was a club that did not perform right out of the gate. Shesterkin was a guy that really struggled a little bit more than you wanted to. He even said he had games where he played like blank. And of course, we all know what I'm talking about, and that's all right. Goalies are going to have bad games. But we really did see that the Rangers were a team that relied a lot on Shesterkin. And we were worried about how they were going to be able to take a step forward going into this year. And while this is, still early in the season, about a third of the way through, they're in a good spot. As of right now, they would be in the playoffs. I believe they'd be a wild card. Of course, they would be because they're not top 3 in their division. But they are on a 5-game win streak and a club that is dangerous. If they're able to make it, if Shesterkin gets hot, they have the, the superstar talent. They have some of those other pieces that you're really excited about. And I would say for the Rangers, just getting in there and getting their chance would be a big deal. And this is why it's going to be good for them in their, quest to win their first cup since 1994 against the Vancouver Canucks. As for the Washington Capitals, they are kind of the last team on this list that I wanted to talk about is surging. Yes, they did lose last night to the Dallas Stars. That was a tough game. I watched that game. They got a lot of shots on net, but they weren't able to get many back there, just one. But the Capitals before this had a very, very slow start to the year, and it looks like maybe they weren't going to make the playoffs this season. Actually, currently they still sit outside of the playoff spot for the wild card as of right now. But before the loss to Dallas last night, they had actually rebounded pretty well and had won 5 in a row. This is very important. Why? Well, because of Metro standings, you want to be able to win and to make it, hopefully, in the top 3, because you never want to take a chance with how good this division is. But the Capitals, of course, have Alex Ovechkin. And a world without Ovechkin in the playoffs just feels wrong at this point, especially because we don't know how many years left he's got. Yes, he is under contract through the 2025-26 season, but the Capitals are a team that has underperformed in the playoffs in recent years. On top of that, are they going to do a rebuild? Their owner has just said no, and you kind of like to believe him, but you never really are truly sure. But it really helps when you win 5 games in a row here, 5 games in a row there for the Capitals. I really do hope that they are able to at least be in the talk for the wild card towards the end of the year, because I have grown accustomed to seeing Ovechkin in the playoffs. I know you probably have as well. For better or worse, but they are currently running. And this is making not only the Metro Division more exciting to watch, but the rest of the league, and of course, Eastern Conference, trying to keep up with what the playoff picture looks like. And 2 teams that I feel like are very entertaining here, honestly, the last 3 that I talked about. Pittsburgh, we didn't know if they would have some issues, with their older guys, and then the goaltending. The Rangers wanted to see if they could replicate success, and then the Capitals, after the drop-off that they've had in recent years. All in all, I'm very thrilled to see this division kind of be like it has been in recent years, where it's been very competitive. And I truly don't know who's going to win the Metro this year, but I would have to say that we're in for a good show, and I'm thrilled to see what's going to happen here along the way. Who do you think is going to win the Metro Division, and do you feel like this is good for the league, that you have so many teams within one division doing well and all that? Let me know your comments down below. Also, please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe. Have a great night, and Eagle of Hockey, all right. Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.